Hello, welcome to Real Frank Rants. In this episode, we're going to talk about the big news this week. Two schools from the Pac-12 moving to the Big Ten. Crazy. We're going to discuss the impact to the Big Ten and the ramifications from the Pac-12 and try and figure out why. Why would they leave?
Real Frank.
All right, let's get right into it. So it was announced, the Big Ten announced today that the University of Southern California and the University of California, Los Angeles, USC and UCLA will become conference members effective August 2nd of 2024 for all academic sports. Wow. I wonder what that was like. Surprise! Surprise, Pac-12. Surprise. We're leaving ya. See ya. See ya when wanna be ya. What the heck is going on? Oh, we can thank Texas and Oklahoma for setting this off, right? Texas and Oklahoma recently joined the SEC. SEC with that major football powerhouse conference. It's insane, right? I wonder why they left the Big 12. Oh, that's right. Money. Yes. Gotta get that. Money. Money. Everything's about money. They left because, hey, we're not getting enough money and we want to play in a tough conference, sure. And we also want to get that money. So now, this is what's left of the Pac-12. UCLA, USC are gone. So these are the ones that are left. So what is going to happen to the remaining schools left in the Pac-12? That's going to be the big mystery here. Are they going to join the Big 12? Or the Big 12 schools, a couple going to pop up over here? I'm sure there's going to be a lot more activity coming in the next few months because there's no way the rest of these schools are going to stand pat or this conference is going to stand pat. In the meanwhile, the Pac-12 is burning down. It's fucking burning to the fucking ground. They are so fucked. They are fucked. They are so fucked. Now, there's been some great tweets when this news broke that I'd like to share. Nolan wrote, "Hey, UCLA and USC, I drew a diagram to help show how ridiculous the move would be." It's pretty ridiculous, right? It's going to be at least a 3-4 hour flight, at least a 4-hour flight for every game they go to. And then you got the time changes, a 3-hour difference. So how is that going to be addressed? It's fucking ludicrous, right? How are they going to manage that? It just doesn't make any sense logistically. It must be a severe amount of cash that they are groping and starving for, because to make these kids do this trip and do their academics, how are they going to be fresh enough to play a game after this fight? Both the Big Ten schools going over to the West Coast and the two West Coast schools going to the Midwest. It just doesn't make any sense. It's going to be crazy. The Big Ten didn't take USC and UCLA from the Pac-12. They took them from the transfer portal. Hey, why not? Kids are transferring in the transfer portal all the time. Now they got universities participating. This is one of my favorites. Don't you think the physical, conservative Big Ten players will be a little too rough and scary for the weak, liberal California players? This seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Frankly, I'm disgusted. This one's fantastic. I mean, it's all good fun, but we know how liberal California is with everything, with their $25 a gallon gas and electric bullshit. It's crazy. Oh, that's a good one. Can't wait for the 8 a.m. UCLA Rutgers Sunday game so that UCLA can catch the 5-hour flight back to Los Angeles in the middle of the Big Ten play. Oh, that's so true. There's going to be so many of those situations. For every time those two schools have to play someone, Oh, it is just going to be a nightmare. Those kids are going to be so jet lagged. I'm predicting that UCLA and USC are going to struggle mightily in the winter months playing in the Big Ten. It's just this, at least these first couple of classes they have there, because to get used to that stuff, it's going to be crazy. Imagine USC and UCLA having to play in this. Yeah, imagine. I can't imagine it. I don't think they ever do. I mean, how often? Maybe Utah gets some snow every so often. Sometimes they play BYU. I don't know. But that much snow, to get hit when it's that cold, it's insane. Their bodies and their bones are gonna be crushed. UCLA fans waking up at 9 a.m. to watch their team lose to Ohio State by 63. Chip Kelly, oh boy. Chip Kelly's little spread offense and so running gun fast. How's it going to handle those winter months? When USC and UCLA see an opponent bring in a fullback. Those two schools don't understand what a fullback is. What is that? They read about it in history. The history books. They've only read about it. They've never seen it or played against it in person. The Pac-12 has traded UCLA and USC along with 2 first-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets in exchange for Kevin Durant. Oh, that's a good one, too. USC and UCLA trying to fit in with the Big Ten. Oh, my God, that's crazy, right? They got all those fancy Versace stores, Armani, and then we're here in the Midwest wearing overalls and stuff like that. Oh, that's going to be some sort of cultural fashion adjustment there. And the interesting thing here, this is a good question here. So what happens to Oregon? You think Nike's going to stay in the shitty Pac-12? Pac-12 is burned to the ground right now. Oregon is a powerhouse money house with Nike financing every damn thing. And what's Oregon going to do? That's what I'm most curious about, to see what happens with Oregon next. But this one tweeted, with USC and UCLA set to lead the Pac-12 for the Big Ten, Oregon also has announced their next move and is scheduled to join the Premier League. Why not, right? Nike will just buy it, and the Bull put in their Oregon, the Ducks. Those uniforms will be sweet. They have the best variety of helmets and uniforms in college football, in my opinion. Crazy. UCLA students, the first time they have to wear 10 layers in their first game against Minnesota. For real. It's going to be cold as shit, man. You don't even know. And the wind, they are fucked. Fucked. So let's dissect this a little more. Why would USC and UCLA want to leave the Pac-12? I mean, they're all on the West Coast, all those schools, the convenience of that, the nice weather, the mild weather. Why would they do that? Let's take a look here. US Today also wrote in May how the most recent payouts to the Pac-12 member schools, which fell from $33.6 million in 2020 to $19.8 million in 2021. They were the lowest among the Power 5 by a significant amount. Oh, boy. Oh. Now we know why. Oh, boy, right? Heaven forbid that huge pay cuts. $33.6 million to $19.8 million. Those poor schools. How would they survive on that? And that's what it's always about. Isn't it always that?
Here comes the money!
Always. It's what it's always about. Money. Money, those greedy motherfuckers. Never enough money, is it, for their schools? When is enough money? Oh my. They couldn't stand it. They had a rough couple years. COVID and all that. Those California snooties. And they couldn't stand. And then Texas and Oklahoma leaving. They had to have a piece of their cake too. And it's always the same story with everything. Either power or money.
Here comes the money!
Cause we retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.